What's up everybody, it's Sean here, and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in this taxi or yellow toe colorway. So these Air Jordan 1s, safe to say, have been highly anticipated for years now. And honestly, this is a colorway that probably should have dropped a few years back, but recently they released in Europe as well as Nike Canada's website, which is tied to Nike's European operations. And they actually bumped up the price, retailing for a price of 235 Canadian dollars. So I don't know if they're still going to retail for 170 USD, or if they're also going to mark it up to maybe 175 as well. Either way though, the colorway for this shoe is taxi, black, and sail, and for obvious reasons, this shoe is also nicknamed the yellow toe colorway. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box, and as you can see, this comes in a yellow-based cardboard box with this oversized Nike branding on the top in black. And you can see the same branding is found on the sides of the box as well. As for the shoe itself, so this is your classic Air Jordan 1 High construction. Taking a deep dive into the details, on the toe box, we have this taxi colored leather, which is more of a deep yellow with a bit of an orange tone to it, which is exactly the shade of yellow you'll see on a taxi cab. Just like all your other Air Jordan 1s, it has this perforated finish to it, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have this smooth black leather. The same black leather covers the eyelets of the shoe, and then beneath this on the mid panel of both sides, we have this very tumbled sail colored leather. Overlaid on top of this, we have a black leather swoosh, and then surrounding the side flaps of the shoe, we have more of that taxi colored leather, and debossed on the lateral side, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo, which is done in the shiny black finish. Above this, surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have more of that black leather that we saw previously, and then covering the bottom heel, we have another panel of taxi colored leather. In terms of laces, so these come standard with these flat style black laces, and I don't know if my pair was just missing laces, and I tried to check on eBay and on Facebook to see if other people got some spare laces with theirs, but at least for my pair, it was missing the obvious white and yellow colored lace that I would have expected would come with this shoe. Underneath this, we have your traditional nylon tongue, which is done in this black colored finish, and at the very top, we have the sail tag with Nike Air branding in taxi. The inner collar of the shoe is just your typical Jordan 1 lining. This is covered in the black colored nylon and it's slightly padded just like usual. And then as for the insoles, just like most of your recent Air Jordan 1s, this actually comes with a polyurethane insole. It's lined in a taxi colored textile on top, and we have Nike Air branding stamped on the heel in black. So the upper of these Jordan 1s sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, and encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, there is Nike Air technology for cushioning. And then turning this pair over to the bottom, here we have your classic Jordan 1 outsole. This is entirely constructed out of a taxi colored rubber. We have that circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with Nike branding right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these ones. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my other Air Jordan 1 highs. So for most people, I'd recommend sticking true to size. Whatever size you normally wear for Jordan 1 highs, I'd stick with the same size for this pair. So that means if you have narrow, normal, or slightly wide feet, true to size should be fine. But if you have really wide feet, you might want to consider going up a half size, because some people may experience some discomfort around this toe box area right here, but that's only if you have really wide feet. Moving on to the comfort, so as expected, these feel like any other Air Jordan 1s. They're going to feel pretty flat, pretty low to the ground, and very stable, but from a step and comfort perspective, even though there is a polyurethane insole, it doesn't feel the most cushioned and the most plush. But for just an everyday casual use shoe, Jordan 1s are going to be perfectly fine. Finally, in terms of the material quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, the leather was a bit of a mixed bag. I thought that the taxi colored leather was the best quality. You run your fingers across it, you can see that it's a nice soft genuine leather. And I thought that the sail leather was okay. I wouldn't say that it was the best quality leather. It almost feels like they intentionally put this tumbled finish to it, but it wasn't that bad either. But the black leather they used on the toe box and around the collar area, this felt slightly more stiff. And if you look at it real closely, you can see that they debossed pores onto it to make it look like a more quality leather, but in reality, it's not high quality at all. But from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought my pair was pretty solid. Sometimes you can have a lot of glue stains and things like that, but for my pair at least, it was perfectly fine. No issues major or minor to complain about, so I was pretty happy in that respect. So with all that out of the way now, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet.